What's up, and welcome to Lunchtime in the Lab. I'm trying to look around. I got my phone for TikToks in front of me. I had to look around so I could see my other screen. All right, welcome to Lunchtime in the Lab, your number one gambling podcast. Today we're live at 11. Normally we're live at 11:30, and I tell you, we're with my surgery coming up soon. I don't know what to expect. I think we're going to probably stick to 11:30 time frame, but we're certainly have to kind of see how that goes. Let's see, today's Thursday. We have our normal show on Thursday. We have a podcast for tomorrow as well at 11:30. Friday night, we have the 8:30 Saturday college football breakdown. That is going to be Ty isn't going to be available. Ty's actually going to be going to New York. So I'm going to have D-Rock on to take his place. D-Rock, part of the Trophy Sports, Sports Picks Discord. So D-Rock will be on to share his side of some plays too. So we'll be live at 8:30 on Friday. Saturday, no show. I don't do any sort of show on Saturday. Sunday morning, I'm thinking I'll probably be live. And then, of course, Monday I will not have a show, as that's the day that I'm having surgery. I'll know tomorrow what time the surgery is, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty early. But what's up, Chris? What's up, Chuck? 50% boost on FanDuel today. Perfect for Jort. Plus Money Builder. Chuck, I don't know if you're in the Discord or not, but I actually shared one last night that got it. It was like minus 102 or something like that. Just with everything that's been going on, there's a lot of action, action in the household with surgery coming up. I've just been extremely busy just trying to clean. Tomorrow I'm mowing, yard work, all that stuff. I got to clean up dog shit, man. I haven't done it forever. Even got in the attic and got, Halloween and fall decorations down. So my, 7-month pregnant wife didn't have to do it. So just a lot going on. So today, we're a little early today, leaving here to go get lunch. Me and my wife's 3-year wedding anniversary. Get home, work on college football, son's baseball game, watch NFL, probably work on college football during that. Friday morning, wake up, work on college football. Just trying to get ready for the busy weekend. Trent, Keon breakout game. I think so. I think Keon probably does have a pretty good game. You look at the outside receivers' success against the Jags last week, and Brian Thomas, played a pretty good game. Gabe Davis also had a pretty good game. They struggled against outside receivers last week. That's where Keon was sitting. So I think he can. It's hard, you just can't take every prop, So we'll talk about what I got here in a second. And I do think that's going to be a pretty good leg, though. And it's still reasonably priced. Let's see. Shout out. Yeah, Oliver, what's up? Fantasy question? Let me see. Let me share my screen here. Jaden Daniels or Kyler Murray? Just like today or in general? Because I feel from what I've seen from Jaden Daniels has got good upside to rushing, but man, I don't know if he's gonna be doing much passing or not. Okay, first off, y'all, TikTok just fantasy questions. Baker Mayfield over Murray for week 2. I think everybody agree for that. Baker Mayfield, man, I think Baker's going to be on the hell out of the ball this year. Trade for Pacheco and DJ Moore. He sent me Pollard, Devontae Adams, and Eckler. Y'all are crazy. So TikTok's popular right now, I guess. I don't know, to be honest. I think Pacheco and DJ Moore probably have more upside than those other guys. All right, so anyhow, first off, people are watching on TikTok, live on YouTube, Twitter every day. At Live Joe Betts is Twitter. At Lunchtime in the Lab is where we're live at right now. That's that logo behind me. Lunchtime in the Lab. We're live on YouTube right now. Daily show. We talk about the game that's going on, best bets, whatever, spread, touchdowns, anytime touchdowns, whatever we're gonna have, and whatnot. So fantasy stuff, sometimes, so um anyhow, quickly, first off, son's birthday, wedding anniversary, awesome day today. Got those things going on. Just wanted to talk about the Discord here just really quickly. Man, in the Discord yesterday, Scum hit a plus 99,667, almost a plus 100,000 odd home run lotto yesterday. He took $10 into $9,976 yesterday. That's honestly, that's just insane. I mean, I play that stuff all the time, and I can't ever get that stuff to hit. So that's just phenomenal that this dude was managed to hit that. So if you're interested, like I said, we talk about the Discord. We got the link in the bottom on YouTube here. NFL 35 caps saves you 35% off, gets you the first month for $32.50. That's essentially $1 a day. So pretty good deals there. So he killed it. TikTok start, man, y'all. I am not a fantasy guy. Y'all want to win some money betting? Hit me up. Fantasy, I can only tell you what I think they're going to be, maybe just for the game or something like that. All right. Also, to show you guys real quick, I'll be posting it here in a second. I don't think I can zoom in on this, but I got the cheat sheet ready to go here too. We got Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, Josh Allen, and Dalton Kincaid on the cheat sheet. Going to be posting this to Twitter at LiveJoeBets. I made this myself. So you guys, those are watching on Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, or let's see, Twitch, YouTube, or what's the other one? X, Twitter. You guys can see the graphic here. Look, I did this myself. I don't know if you guys think it looks good or not. I think it actually turned out pretty good. So certainly nice to see. So anyway, we got the offensive defensive stats here. I got two plays that I really like off of the cheat sheet here, and I'm going to go ahead and probably parlay all four of these for the cheat sheet parlay that I normally do, the sweat free. It's not as big of a odds as normally. Like, I like to have like a 5-leg, but when I did my graphic on when my other guy does his graphic, he has Photoshop, all this stuff. I could get 5 on there, but I just couldn't make it fit, and it took me forever, and I was just really struggling. So I went ahead and just did 4 props, 2 from each team for the big game breakdown here. For that. So I think it turned out pretty good. So make sure you follow me on Twitter at LiveJoeBets. Let me hit that real fast for you guys. Nope, not that one. Oh, it's got to be both. Right here. At LiveJoeBets is what it is on Twitter. You can see that graphic unless you're in the Discord. Obviously, you'll see in the Discord, but I'll post that graphic here in a little bit once we get through it here, so you guys can see that a little better. But I just wanted to show you. I got Jalen Waddle for a touchdown, Josh Allen for my 2 from both teams, and then Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill on some receiving props, and then Josh Allen, and then Dalton Kincaid on some other props here. Dolphins are 1-9 in the last 5 versus Buffalo. Man. I'll tell you what, the last podcast we had, you guys were all about the 49ers. I really like the Jets. The Jets defense was just horrendous. I couldn't believe the Jets defense couldn't get off the field. I mean, that was honestly, it was just terrible. Those of you that are in the Discord, I'm up like 8 units in the first week of, I'm up like 8 units in the first week of NFL. That's good. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's good. I can't be upset about it. Happy about it. College football, man. College football this month I've not been as good as I usually am, which is surprising. I like roughly even for the month, which is crazy. I'm up pretty good in NFL. College football, I guess I've struggled, but it's crazy because like I've been hitting some stuff. But I mean, NFL, I mean, we really should be up 18 units. I mean, we've missed 5 builders on 1 leg each on just some bullshit, man. And give me like a minute to talk about it. But, what was it? Monday Night Football with the Jets and the 49ers. I needed Aaron Rodgers to throw for 175 yards, and Aaron Rodgers did not hit 175 passing yards. He got pulled. He didn't play the end of the fourth quarter. Tyrod Taylor went in. I mean, the Jets defense just couldn't get off the field. Just some incredible stuff, to be honest. I mean, like there's just look, I expect to hit every single builder, and when I miss because Aaron Rodgers is like 8 yards short, it's just incredible, man. I couldn't believe the defense couldn't get off the field. We needed 8 more yards, man, 8 more yards, and I missed, the fifth. I missed that bet, and I honestly thought Aaron Rodgers looked really good. Um, I mean, the Jets offense looked good. It's just that they didn't have the ball. Like the 49ers had the ball for 27 minutes, and the Jets had it for like 17. There was a period where I was like, man, I don't even know if the Jets are going to get the ball in the third quarter. The Jets, they were just run, 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 run. They were getting destroyed. Aaron Rodgers didn't get the ball. They score, and then Aaron Rodgers doesn't come out. I lose my bet because Aaron Rodgers gets benched. Rewind back to the Lions game, right? Jared Goff. I need 18 yards. We get overtime. I need 18 passing yards out of him. They throw the ball one time. Right there, Dominic, just like you said. They throw the ball one time and it's run, 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 run. And I couldn't believe what I was watching. Man, I was excited. I got overtime. I thought I was going to cash. And it took me a while to go to bed because I was so angry. Rewind again, right? Amari Cooper. You guys see that drop that he had? I mean, I took a screenshot of it. Like the ball's literally in his hands. Like it's in his hands. And Amari Cooper dropped that ball. Couldn't get 25. He had 10 targets. Couldn't get 25 yards. Terry McLaurin couldn't get 25 yards. He was targeted twice. The leading receivers for the Commanders were both running backs and a tight end. What else? There was one before that I feel like I screwed on, and I can't remember what it was, but we like barely lost. Puka for 1250. Yeah, that definitely sucks. But I mean, like, man, it's crazy that like I went 1-6 in builders, and like builders are supposed to hit all the time. Like builders aren't supposed to miss. And to have 5 one-leg losses on just some utter bullshit, like literally, like luckily we had no football on Tuesday or Wednesday, and I just completely like didn't tweet or do anything on Tuesday, and I just took my mind out of it. Like I get that's a mental toll. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit hurt. Like I expect to hit every bet. I want to hit every bet for you guys, and to miss 5 straight. And the one builder that I hit, CJ Stroud needed like 8 passing yards and threw a 11-yard dot to the corner to Nico Collins, to the sidelines. Nico Collins barely got in. What if that would have been ruled not a catch? I really could have gone 0-6, but I hit an anytime touchdown, took $100 and turned that into $1,400. That saved me, obviously. So, I mean, like I said, up 8 units for the week in week 1, but mentally just devastating losses. I want to win. I want to do fantastic for you guys. Literally every single play I put out, every single builder that I put out, I expect to win. Like I probably spend an hour and a half on those plays. I probably spend an hour and a half on those fucking plays. And for them to lose, man, it's rough. But let's go ahead and get into the plays. Appreciate you guys. Lastly, before I get into the plays, really exciting news. I finally reached the first step of YouTube like partnership or whatever, to where it's not the one where I can start like making money or anything. And like I said, like I don't do that for that or anything, but it's where I think like in the bottom here soon, I'll be able to have like my merch store where like I have like the Lunchtime in the Lab t-shirts, or I got the one that's like football season for Lunchtime in the Lab and stuff. Or I could have a merch store for like the Discord, like the VIP picks and stuff like that. But anyway, let's get into what you guys are here for. What's that? Wolf? I haven't posted it yet. It's right here. I'll post it after. It's not fully done yet. I was just kind of sharing that I felt I had a pretty good I cooked on the graphic. TikTok, y'all are crazy. We're talking about betting. We're talking about betting right now, not fantasy football. But if you're still in here, I would take Jalen Waddle over Devontae Adams. I would take Baker Mayfield over Jaden Daniels. I would take Jordan Addison got hurt, so I probably wouldn't do that trade. Everyone in here wanting fantasy football questions, and what does my title say? I don't even know. All right. Anyway, here's the plays. Here are the plays. I think the Dolphins are going to win this game. Let me just say, too, for those of you that are in the Discord, this happened last week. Chief gave out the 49ers. And I said I thought maybe the Jets would cover, right? That's not me going against him. These are unofficial plays. I don't give out spreads in the Discord. This is my opportunity to share my knowledge and what I think will happen. Obviously, I was dead wrong about not even dead wrong, man. The Jets defense would have shown up. It's a whole different game. All right. It was not the Jets offense. Travis, MVS can't catch. I'm not convinced that dude has any sort of hands. You know how many times I've seen that man drop a ball? It's ridiculous, to be completely honest. Here's the handicap. All right. Somebody up here said, where was it? Josh Allen's apparently 8-0 on Thursday Night Football in the last 42 games. They haven't lost by more than 6 points. I thought I'd seen something else. Somebody else had a little stat about the game today, I thought, in the chat, but maybe not. All right, this is a short week. All right, we already know that Mostert's out. We already know that A-Chain is it's A-Chain, right? Not a Shane. I think it's A-Chain. A-Chain is banged up. I was reading this earlier. You know, they're saying he's questionable for Thursday's game against the Bills. We'll have his availability determined based on how he fares in a pregame workout. So we're not going to know. It's going to be some Christian McCaffrey type stuff. I personally don't think he's going to play. The guy's been riddled with injuries. I don't think he's going to play. I think we're going to see Jeff Wilson. I think we're going to see, was it Jalen Wright? A-Chain. Yeah. Okay. A-Chan. A-Chan. No E. So get rid of the E. A-Chan. Okay. I like A-Chain better. It just sounds, like a chain. Kirko chains. A-Chain, I don't think he's gonna be playing. So I think there's gonna be a lot more passing. But here's my thing here. All right. The Bills had pretty well had owned the Dolphins in the past. The Bills have like an entirely new secondary, guys. We got to think about that. Tyreek Hill, has been under against the Bills, and X amount of times everyone says, Tyreek Hill's going to go under. Everybody says under on pass yards, under on Tua because the Bills' pass defense, so on and so forth. There's no Jordan Poyer. There's no Micah Hyde. There's no, was it White? Was his last name Tre'Davious? Was it Tre'Davious White? All of those pretty solid defensive backs are no longer there. Here's what I have to say. Here is the handicap. Here's the handicap that I have. We have a short week. Okay. There's less preparation. The Dolphins, we got banged up, people, whatever. Josh Allen has a banged up left hand. Not worried about it, though. That's not his throwing hand. We've seen Justin Herbert, play with the broken fingers and everything last year, all that stuff, I think the game tonight, let's look at here. Oh, is it supposed to rain? Hold on. What's this? I think it's, this website. I like to look at this website. I didn't know it's supposed to rain tonight. That certainly changes things, but I haven't seen anybody talking about rain. Wait, what happened? Read more. Wait. What happened? Read more. Yeah, I didn't know there was going to be rain. That's all right, though. I'm not worried about it. Rain doesn't really call. I mean, unless it's like, crazy downstorms or whatever. But What's up, Corey? Where's the percentage right here? 50, 43, 35, pretty low. What I wanted to get at though, guys, is a temperature 84, 83, but we have down here feels like 94 at kickoff, feels like 92, feels like 90, feels at 90 in the fourth quarter. These Miami boys are used to this. All right. They're used to the heat. Buffalo, it is not as hot up there. It's a short week. Okay. It's a short week. It's going to be hot. I think that we're going to run into issues with the Bills defense being tired. We're going to be seeing some cramps. We're going to be seeing just issues alongside that. All right. That's what I think we're going to run into. I think, appreciate the follow. I think that I think that's where the handicap lies, is that the -2.5 is safe. If it's a close game, we have ourselves a field goal and we could cover that -2.5. -3, I probably wouldn't touch with it, to be completely honest. +3.5, I'm going Bills. Right? 3, probably going Bills. -2.5, going Dolphins. I think it's going to be the Dolphins can throw the ball. I think they're going to be able to throw the ball in the secondary. And I think that it's going to be hot. And if we're in a situation where the Dolphins need to drive, I think the Bills defense is going to be tired in the heat that they are not overly used to. All right. That's the first play. Dolphins -2.5 is going to be the first play. Second play on the board. Devin, if you're still in here, I would lean Allen probably over Tyreek Hill. Love it. Love it. Snowman. One of my favorites, honestly. Tyreek Hill over 6.5 is the second play. Big fan of this play. It's a little juicy though on FanDuel, so I would recommend -138. So everybody has a different threshold, I guess you can say, when it comes to, like your betting. Some people play -135, -138, play straight -140. When it gets that tall, I get to start putting 1.5 units on something like that. But DraftKings has a 50% boost on, any bet, straight bet, parlay, anything like that. Put the 50% boost on Tyreek Hill here, over 6.5. It comes out to, what we're looking for. Let me see what the odds are on DraftKings. Yeah. Logan. Yeah, I definitely like Waddle. And then, like, I don't know if you heard earlier, but we were talking about, Keon played like the majority of his snaps on the outside. And so far, the Jags did struggle to cover some of those guys on the outside. -140. So we can get it for even money with this 50% boost on DraftKings. All right. That's what I would recommend. Unless you're cool with unless you guys are cool with the -138 straight. And then hear me out too, guys. Like, look, not every game is gonna have a ton of touchdowns. So you have to be like real, So like, is this, I mean, we can talk touchdowns. Well, no, we haven't finished about Hill. Anyway, Tyreek Hill. Look, I know there's all kinds of. Let me pull up and I can give you like a graph to show you some streaks or everything like that. But my thought process, I like to bet on the little guys. So Tyreek Hill, he could take, he can catch a 50-yard pass in the air, and everything like that. But he eats up a lot of the short game. I should have done this like on the fly. Or I mean, I shouldn't have done this on the fly. I should have looked at this before you guys. I wanted to see. I was trying to see his A dot right here. Let me show you something else here. All right. So I was about to talk about A dot real fast. So I also really like this Khalil Shakir for his receptions. And so like here's like the example for it. So I don't like look, if you're in the Discord, you can see that I went two, right? I have Shakir for 2 receptions in the builder. Um, I thought about playing it, like in the no sweat. I still haven't decided. Like my no sweat parlay is always the cheat sheet I have, this cheat sheet right here. Parlay Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, Josh Allen, Kincaid on their props. Shakir's receptions, I was really close to adding to it. Because you look at Shakir right here, as he's got an A dot of 4 yards compared to Tyreek Hill, who's got an A dot of 11 yards. Those are air yards. That's how far the ball traveled in order for the receiver to catch it. All right. So the lower the A dot is, that's the quicker, like quick screens, bubbles, whatever it is. The ball's not traveling very far for him to catch that ball. So if the receiver has a pretty low A dot, that means that they're not running very far. In my opinion, that means that they have a good percentage for an increase of catches because they're not like a dude that's catching 30-yard bombs all the time. So I don't know like who leads the league in, ADOT or whatever, but Tyreek Hill has an 11, so he does catch some longer passes. If we pull up Tyreek Hill on his receptions here, you can see last game he had 7 receptions last game. Against the Bills last time, he had 7 receptions in this game as well. I see this as a spot where Tyreek Hill is going to be playing with the running backs being out for Miami. Achane likely not playing. I don't think the running game is going to be there. I think they're going to try to utilize Tyreek Hill as a running back in what I call like long handoffs. Uh, you constantly see Tyreek Hill catch the ball and lose yards. I mean, all the time. You guys have all watched Dolphins games. Tyreek Hill catches the ball and it'll be a quick wide receiver screen. They're going to try to run a screen to Tyreek Hill multiple times this game, and it ends up getting blown up and it goes nowhere. But negative receiving yards count towards receptions. So yeah, exactly. Travis, that's the exact point that I'm saying. Travis says he doesn't trust Tyreek, and too many screenplays is going to be going to Tyreek today. That is why we like Tyreek Hill's receptions, not his yards. We need him to have 7 catches, right? He's going to be targeted. They don't have to be like long down the field bombs. They're going to be short passes. They're going to be screens, bubble screens, slants, whatever you want to call it. That's why I'm targeting receptions, because I think he's going to be heavily involved in the offense with the running backs, with the running back room being hurt. I think he's going to be an extension of the running game and getting a lot of catches. I think he's going to be a lot of catches. That's why I like Tyreek Hill over 6.5 receptions for our second play. Also to mention, I think that like this line is either the biggest trap ever, or the books are just giving us a gift. Right here. Josh Allen over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Like, what are we doing here? I sent out a picture. First off, before we get into the third play, I talk about it. Guys, do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the video. If you're watching on TikTok, live on YouTube every day at 11:30. Normally we're live at 11 today. Well, into 11:30 now, but I can see there's looks like there's 46 people watching. I think, man, there's no other thing like football season. Nobody likes to bet on baseball. I think a lot of people don't even pay attention to betting during baseball. It's nice to see that my videos, are getting a lot of love. Like, you guys are actually watching, a ton of interaction and everything on the NFL videos. So now that it's football season, I think that's awesome. But if we look at, well, hold on. I tweeted a picture of this yesterday. If you go, oh, here it is right here. This is Josh Allen against the Dolphins. I tweeted this yesterday. Eric, Big E, Josh Allen has like a broken left hand or something like that. I don't know if Josh Allen's going to be running as much as he wants to, because I don't think he's going to want to get hit as much. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I don't think he's going to run as much. Josh Allen's played 12 career games against the Dolphins. He's thrown 2+ touchdowns in every single game. I mean, it's just one of those where it's like, what are we doing? You know, is this a trap? I understand that Stephon Diggs isn't there. Stephon Diggs didn't really play a big role last year. The Bills remind me of the Packers. Packers have a good offense, but they don't have a true number one. They have guys that can hurt you everywhere. And I feel the Bills have guys that can hurt you everywhere. Kincaid, Shakir, Coleman, James Cook in the passing game, been solid in the passing game. James Cook averaged 10 run yards per catch or something like that. Like I said, we seen Herbert play through it, and he did just fine. He's not a mobile quarterback, but I think it limits hits. But even then, even if you take away Josh Allen, in October, on October 1, he still had 4 catches. You had 4 touchdowns, 2. I'm not saying it's a lock. We're not even going to play it. I'm just bringing it up and like just talking about it is all, because I think it's worth noting. I think it's worth being aware of, if that makes sense. I'm not. I won't be on it officially, but I'm betting this. I'll put $100 on this. I think it's plus money on DraftKings. It was yesterday. Yeah, plus money on DraftKings. Plus 100. $100. $100. Could be the easiest $100 you make. I'm not gonna take it though. We're just gonna stick to our 3 plays. That's the thing. Like, there's so much I like. I like Keon Coleman on the outside. I like Tyreek Hill. Receptions. I think I really like Jalen Waddle receiving yards. I like Waddle's receiving yards, and I like Tyreek Hill's receptions. Both of those are in the cheat sheet. Milano's out for the Bills, right? Milano's not going to be sitting in the middle anymore. Jalen Waddle runs over 50% of his routes through the middle. 50%, 56% of his catches come through the middle. So that being said, I think that they're gonna be soft. They're gonna be soft in the middle. A lot of teams worry about Tyreek Hill. Jalen Waddle's fast too. I think Jalen Waddle's yards, and I think Tyreek Hill on his receptions is gonna be the route. And then Chris, yeah, what about Waddle receptions? Yeah, like there's so many ways to work around it. You just have to. I personally like Tyreek Hill's receptions more than I like Jalen Waddle's receptions. I don't overly like to take the big play guys for receptions. I like to play the little guys for receptions. Tyreek Hill, of course, is a big play guy, but he's utilized as a little guy. Spencer, that's not funny. But they use him as a short guy. That's why I think Shakir's receptions is good tonight. We were on somebody's receptions the other day, I feel like, and like he killed it. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, really like Jalen Waddle's yards. Really like Keon Coleman. But most importantly, what's going on here? Oh. Like Josh Allen's touchdowns. Sometimes it's an either or game, just like Travis says here. Yeah, they can't always go off. It's a double-edged sword kind of thing, So third play for the day, guys, to wrap it up, and then we can just talk about whatever. 53 people watching on YouTube right now. That is awesome. Appreciate you guys. If you haven't hit the subscribe button for me, do that, please, guys. It is free to hit the like button. It is free to follow me on. I said follow, Logan. I just saw you followed me on Instagram. I didn't mean to say that word. It's free to subscribe. It's free to follow. To continue to run this up, man. I want to continue with the YouTube and, get it growing and shit, Last, Corey, I mean, it's got to be Josh Allen. Dude's just a threat in the red zone. He's a baller. So if it's a close game, Josh Allen's going to try to run. Logan, give me, if you got me on Twitter, if you have Twitter, it's easier to reach me on Twitter. I never check Instagram. I forget that I have Instagram most of the time. All right, third play for the day, guys. And then I can answer questions or whatever. Dalton Kincaid over 44.5 yards. Look, last week, I don't know if you guys have seen the videos or not. Go to Twitter and just search Dalton Kincaid. And then there's videos. I found them very easily. You can see Dalton Kincaid running routes across the middle, and they're pulling 3 guys. Dalton Kincaid was double and triple teamed. Just all game. And with that, they had this massive focus on Dalton Kincaid on, for their game. All right. They had a huge focus on him. And then you see, Coleman and Shakir and all these other guys, James Cook. They were all successful. I feel like the Dolphins got to be smarter than Arizona. There's no way the Dolphins are going to double and triple team Kincaid. Kincaid is good, but he does not deserve a double and triple team. And Kincaid, and I think they're going to find ways to scheme him open. Kincaid is too good for him to only have 1 or 2 catches for what do you have, 10 yards, 15, 17 yards, under 20. A catch or 2 under 20 yards. Kincaid is just too good, in my opinion. I think that this is going to be a game where, like I said, I think the Dolphins are going to be winning this game. I think the Dolphins are winning this game. I think that the Bills are going to be forced to pass, and obviously that's going to be good for Josh Allen's pass yards, and I think there's going to be good for Kincaid's receiving yards. I think Kincaid's going to have a good game. Yeah, Jared, I found it very quickly. That's the clip that I'm talking about. The dude's literally going across the middle and 4 guys hover to him. It's just ridiculous. I would try to find it, but it'll take too long. So those are 3 plays. We can talk about touchdowns in a second. I'm going to officially, for the podcast, I'm going to be on the Dolphins minus 2.5. If it goes to 3, I would probably pick the Bills because Josh Allen does have a history of keeping games close. He doesn't lose by more than a touchdown very often. Dolphins minus 2.5. Tyreek Hill over 6.5 receptions. Like I said, I think he's going to be involved heavily in the short game. Screens, bubbles, slants. Jalen Waddle is going to be the guy in longer passes across the middle with Milano missing as their best coverage linebacker. And then Kincaid over 44.5 receiving yards. I talked about having the cheat sheet up. We'll get that posted on Twitter. The no sweat parlay is going to be Jalen Waddle's receiving yards, Tyreek Hill receptions, going Josh Allen over his pass yards. I think there's going to be the need. They're going to be playing from behind, in my opinion. Or it's a shootout. I don't think there's going to be as much running. I think there's going to be a lot of passing in this game. And then Kincaid over the 44.5 receiving yards. I contemplate adding the Shakir over his 3.5 receptions. I just fear that that's a hair high. I feel it should be 2.5. So I think that's a hair high. I leave that alone. Passing yards, though, or passing touchdowns, I think I just don't wonder about adding that. I had a parlay for it, but I don't remember. Here, let's build it real fast. So it was Josh Allen pass yards. It was Waddle's receiving yards. It was Tyreek Hill's receptions. And Kincaid. That's plus 816. That's not bad, guys. That's pretty good still. Doesn't have to go crazy. But if you added, like I said, Josh Allen's touchdowns. I mean, it makes it not even really, honestly, it's not even that much more to make it worth it because it could be a trap. Yeah, I think the 250 feels good. I think I had 200 in my builder. I think I was on Josh Allen's pass yards, just real low. Going to Salsa Grill for lunch today. Y'all ever eat there? You guys have Salsa Grill where you're at? It's what my wife wanted. That's where I'm at for the no sweat. That's what the cheat sheet's going to be. But check out the cheat sheet when I post it. I have a builder posted in the Discord already. I'm going to have a straight bet posted in the Discord. I'll have this cheat sheet. I'm going to call it a day, man. Like that's 2 units, 2.5 technically, but you don't count the sweat free because you get the money back. So, I mean, 2 units out in the game. Well, the builder's 1.5 units. I think Ty and myself's going to have a collab on the on one of the college football games as well. So feeling good about it. But now's the time though, guys. I mean, if you had, we talk about touchdowns here real quick, but if you guys had any particular questions about particular players, touchdown wise, I think Josh Allen is your best bet. Plus 105. Just change that, huh? Jalen Waddles plus 180. All right, well, odds are moving. I think that Josh Allen would be my favorite for the Bills for an anytime touchdown, and I think Waddle would be my favorite for a second. I do think that the Bills are going to shut down Tyreek Hill in terms of like explosive plays. He's still going to get his catches and his targets, but I think Jalen Waddle is going to catch across a pass across the middle, find a seam. Got a safety. One of those safeties has his back turned with, Hill streaking down. Waddle's going to split the seam and be gone, kind of thing is how I think it'll go for Waddle's touchdown. So Waddle for the Dolphins and Allen for the Bills. Yeah, y'all can have baseball. I'm done with that. Luis, Amar, who you start? Jordan Mason or James Cook? Depends if you have like a PPR league. James Cook is going to be heavily involved in the pass, I think, today. So if you got a points per reception, I think James Cook is the better look. MLB is trash. All right. Shoot. I mean, I didn't realize how late it was. I'm going to go ahead and sign out of here, guys. I'll stay on TikTok. Apparently I got like 1,000 likes. I got actually people showed up for TikTok. First off, thanks so much for watching. The people on YouTube come all the time, come every day, live at 11:30 every day. And appreciate you guys. I gotta get the cheat sheet out. I want to get this no sweat out. I want to get the straight out, and I got 15 minutes to do it before I go and meet my wife. So I gotta hurry up, and no way I can be late for my lunch date on my 3-year anniversary. I'm gonna get myself in trouble for that. So I appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys back tomorrow.